Welcome back to the 23rd Annual Wild and Scenic Film Festival right here in Nevada City, California. We are at the Media Lounge, and I'm your host for this segment, Kimberly Ewing. And I have Mother River, the movie, Mother River. We have Devin, the subject, and we have JJ, the cinematographer, editor, director. Welcome to the Media Lounge, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you.
to be here.
We're so delighted to have you guys. You're from Minnesota.
Yes.
So welcome to California sunshine.
Yeah,
We're happy you brought it with you. Look at you.
Thank you.
We're delighted to hear about Mother River because of many reasons. But one, we have a Yuba River that we beloved here in Nevada City. It's a three-forked wild and scenic river. And so we welcome you with an open heart and open arms. Tell us a little bit about, Devin, you're the subject. Tell us a little bit about your journey in the film Mother River.
So my journey, Mother River really encapsulates the start of the trip, the middle of the trip, because I would say that the trip really started a decade ago when I started planning and I moved to the Twin Cities in pursuit to learn and get to know and have an intimate relationship with the Mississippi River. So I guess JJ and I met halfway through, did a really amazing interview that talked about my reason why. And then coupled that with some stunning images of me paddling on the Mississippi River with the wildlife and the sun and the clouds and all the things and pieces from the trip. And it's really a beautiful piece.
So you're a kayaker.
I am, yes.
And the Mississippi River, as you said, is one of your best friends.
Yeah.
Tell us about how did you film? You know, I'm always fascinated by the cinematographers of documentaries because you have to film quality, but you're kind of moving along with the adventure. Tell us a little bit, JJ, about your adventure in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, it was very much run and gun. I'm connected with her like only shortly before she actually left, so we didn't have much time to come up with a plan or anything like that. I had GPS location that sometimes worked, sometimes didn't. I was texting her here and there, just trying to figure out where she was going to be. And then she was going so fast that I'd be on the beach or on the cliffs, and it'd be about a 10-second clip of here she is, there she goes. Try to go to the next spot. At one point, we did have a few people stationed along the river. It kind of worked out when she was able to come back a little bit earlier. We were able to organize a more produced shoot where we went out on the river. We had some boats. We could get up close in action. So there were some moments where I was laying on my chest on the boat with the camera right above the water, just like right next to her. We put a camera on her head at one point.
You did?
Got some POV shots.
Still owes me for the chiropractic.
Yes, yeah.
You're like, this action shot up
No,
here.
I was like, this is so heavy. How am I supposed to balance
didn't
in my
know
boat
what was
with this
going on.
15-pound thing on my head?
That
My
was
head is
wonderful.
already big. It was a lot, but it was great.
I love it. And how long did this last?
A few weeks. I mean, from the time we met till the time we were probably done shooting, it was maybe like a month and a half. Maybe more?
Maybe more.
Okay.
Maybe more,
Yeah.
because I was on the river from Memorial Day I launched, and then catastrophic flooding stopped me in Hannibal, Missouri on, I think it was June 27th? June 28th?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I was very much like stop and go. Like I'd be filming for a few days,
Sure.
drive up and then drive back for other work, and then try to keep up with her and her crew.
And from what I can tell, Devin, from what we said off the air, this was a highly publicized journey. How did that feel? You're like, oh, everybody's watching me get down the Mississippi.
You know, if I could afford to do it for free, I probably would have gone without anybody ever knowing that I was going. But I also understood from my experiences as a kayaker of color, Black woman on the water, that me being representative of, I don't want to say like forging the space, but letting people know that like we are out there, we do paddle, we are in the outdoors. So often people say Black people don't, and I wanted little girls to know that like Black people do. And yeah, so that was part of the reason for making it public, fundraising, because, you
Yes.
know, I've got a bottom line to meet and a son to feed and all of those things. So
Yeah. And you said the Mississippi is what, 2,300 miles?
2,350 miles. Yes.
Wow. And which part of the Mississippi is your favorite to kayak?
Goodness.
Is there such a thing?
I mean, like, I've got my home stretch, which is from the Coon Rapids Dam down to St. Anthony Falls. It's like a mile away from my house, so it's really easy to put in. I know it very well. So that's like my backyard. Itasca is just... Itasca. It's just wild and beautiful, and eagles and herons and wild grass that's moving that you don't know if you're hallucinating or if it's really happening. And there's a place on the river that goes directly due north, so the current is coming down at you while you're paddling against and it's an incredible. And then there's the driftless. Like, there are so many just beautiful pockets on the Mississippi River that I wish that everyone could experience.
And it's truly a wild and scenic, like you said,
Yeah.
river. Were there any surprising or strange things that happened while kayaking or while filming?
I mean, on the filming side of things, not like super strange. I'd say you probably experienced more unique stories being on the river yourself. I went home to my bed at night. She didn't.
I mean, that was the thing, is you were kayaking on the river and you were part of the river for a month.
I was part of the river for a month, and so I think any adventure comes with risk. I mean, and people are like, the Mississippi River is so dangerous, and I'm like, crossing the street, you're more likely to get hit by a bus than I am to like perish on the Mississippi River. But what I didn't acknowledge before I embarked on the journey was that my nervous system, like, that I would literally be fighting for my life at every single turn. Like, there are moments of joy, happiness, all of the emotions, but at the end of the day, like, when you're on that river, like, you are fighting for your life. And it rained for like my first 3 weeks while I was out there.
What about the river crossing or the lake crossing?
Oh, that first time I died?
Yeah.
Got it.
Hello, first time.
So the first time I died was day 4 of my trip.
Oh.
I was coming across my second open water crossing on Lake Cass. Lake Cass, beautiful lake. It's one of the only lakes in the entire world that has an island with another lake on the inside. And the fact that I was paddling in rain meant that weather was really uncertain. So Star Island in the middle of Lake Cass is probably about 60% of the way through. It's really windy. I'm paddling. I'm tacking to deal with the way the wind is changing, and I stop at Star Island to use the bathroom. Some people can pee in their boats, and I'm just not one of them. So I stop in this island. I call home to check in. I'm looking at the weather. It's sunny, and I'm like, ooh, this is probably the calm before the storm, but the fishermen are still out on this lake, so I'm probably okay. So I get back in my boat, put on my spray skirt, and I start paddling. And so about 40% away across the river, and then all of a sudden, it just goes black and white. And the waves, the wind is just hitting and zooting me in my boat. I can't paddle. I can't really do anything except for pray. And I always say, like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You know, when, like, the weasels are laughing and you can see their souls come out of their body? I'm in my boat, and I literally can feel my soul, like, come out. I'm praying to my grandmother. And then all of a sudden it stops. The sun comes back out, and, like, 16 more miles to go to where I get to sleep. But yeah, and that was day 4. And that was the first time I almost died on the Mississippi River.
Wow, what a thrill. It's called Mother River.
Yes.
Did you guys screen already at our film festival?
Yes.
We did.
How did it go?
It was incredible.
Was it well attended,
Yeah.
enthusiastic?
Full theater, everyone was
The lineup
super
was great.
excited. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Beautiful films.
Well, we love that you guys are here. We love that you love the Mississippi River. We also love our Yuba River. It's a delight to have you guys, and keep on adventuring.
Will do.
Thank you so much. We're here at the 23rd Wild and Scenic. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.